welcome back. I hope you all are doing well and are staying safe during this time at your homes. So a couple of weeks ago I had done a video titled Lockdown DIY Home Decor, wherein I showed you guys how to make a beautiful hexagon popsicle shelf out of popsicle sticks or ice cream sticks. So a lot of my friends and viewers who had watched that video wanted me to make a dedicated video to show you guys the different DIYs and ideas that I use to decorate the popsicle shelf. So this is the shelf that I had made in that video. If you haven't watched it, I'm going to link it right above here so you can go ahead and check it out. It's a really simple DIY. Trust me, even a 5th grader can make this. It's so simple. So if you haven't watched it, make sure you check it out. So a couple of days ago, my mom was just painting and she had some empty glass paint bottles lying around. So I decided to upcycle those bottles, and this video is going to tell you 3 different ways how you can upcycle your old paint bottles that are just lying around at your homes. And I promise you're going to love the results. So before we get started, please take a moment to hit the red subscribe button right below this video and also hit the notification bell right next to it so you're notified every time I post a new video. Also, don't forget to connect with me on social media, and without further delay, let's get started. So I've emptied and cleaned some paint bottles, removing all labels. For the clay, I've used the Fevicryl Mold It self-hardening clay, and it'll very easily be available at any craft store for only 20 rupees. Inside it, you'll get 2 separate packets, the molding clay and the other, the hardener. Mix both of them in equal proportion and only then will the clay harden upon air drying. Keep mixing them together till you obtain a solid color throughout the clay. Also guys, I wouldn't take credit for this idea. I took inspiration for this from a YouTube channel named PC Crafts Planet. So all credits to them for this gorgeous idea. So grab your mini bottle and start wrapping the clay around, covering the glass body entirely. Roll it between your palms to even out any bumps and eradicate any unevenness. So this is the bottle after the mold, and now I'm going to grab the back of an old paint brush and poke through, making delicate impressions like so, and keep going around. Once that is done, the bottle should look something like this. For the tiny cactus on top, grab some leftover clay and roll it into a thin strip like so, and cut tiny bits out of it. Take a small amount and flatten it into a circle and stick the tiny cactus bits to it so it holds all of them together. So here's our tiny cactus, which looks very weird, but it would look a lot better once painted. So I've decided to paint the planter in white so it'll impart a nice and bright effect to it, and of course the cactus goes in green. For the final touch, I'm gonna stuff the bottle up with some newspapers so my cactus doesn't drown, and you can also paint it in brown so it looks like soil, and stick the cactus on top of the newspaper, and you're done. For this one, take equal proportion of the clay and hardener again and mix them up. Take your paint bottle and unscrew the lid. Now we're going to make a Buddha idol out of the clay. So there's not much explaining to do, just watch what I'm doing, try doing it better than me. Clay patches for the eyes and mold it with the eyelid by patting it with your ring finger for minimal pressure. Don't overdo it, just be very gentle. Now I'm so sorry I couldn't show you guys the lip making process. I thought my camera was recording, but apparently it wasn't.
But it's pretty much the same how I made the eyes. Take a tiny patch and use a paper cutter to give shape and definition to the lips. That's all. Next, mold some clay into a sphere and give this similar shape to it for the top. A very important tip to remember is only mix your clay and hardener in small proportions, guys. Else, while making the idol, the rest of it will dry up and will be almost impossible to mold. Use a toothpick or a paper cutter to scoop the brows. Once that's done, grab an old pen riffle or anything similar to impression the curls on the head and keep going around. Next, I'm going to form two tiny question marks for the ears for the final touch. So this is going to take about 1 to 2 hours to dry out, so just leave it to air dry, and meanwhile I'll start painting this other one in black. Please ignore my very soiled and grime hands in the process. I'll be using this very ancient gold dust that I had lying around and take a tiny amount on my ring finger and lightly brush through the sculpture for a vintage look. And here's the final result. Lastly, I've simply painted some bottles and drawn intricate designs on them for a more dainty appeal. Grab some artificial flowers and use them as miniature planters for your living spaces. Super cute and super easy. And here's the final reveal, and would you believe it's all handmade? The shelf, the miniatures, everything. Unquestionably my favorite DIY.
And that was it for this video, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this video. A couple of these DIYs might look a little intimidating to you, but I promise they are very, very simple to do. Once you have the paint bottle and all of the other ingredients in your hand, it's super, super simple to do. I promise you, it just looks intimidating in the video. Just try it once and you're gonna thank me later. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel if you like this video, and also share it with your friends. Also, don't forget to connect with me on social media and send me your amazing recreations in case you decide to recreate any of these for yourself as well. And I'll see you very soon in the next video. Bye!